Hello and welcome to the July Totem Animal Message. Now, the month of July already feels, we're coming to it now, I think from my end, it's around about the 4th of July. So we've already started the momentum. When I tune into my animal medicine cards, I actually just ask for the message for the month. And it's quite significant when we think about how we are so connected with the animals, how the animal kingdom really helps us also to evolve on our evolution and what we're doing. So I have already chosen a card, which is quite beautiful. And actually the card that I chose, and I will show you, is the Moose card. Yes. Now you might go, wow, what's the moose represent? Now, energetically, the moose has got quite a lot of beautiful significance. And when you think of the moose, it's a part of the deer family. And so the deer family as a collective are quite significant. And, you know, when I look at the moose, it just reminds me of, this beautiful, gentle, old soul of an animal. So in a lot of ways, when we draw the card for the month, I'd look at the month and go, okay, well, it's going to be a month of wisdom, maybe a month of, really tapping in and learning from some of our elders or some of the people the generations before us. So it's a really good time, for one, becoming, if you are an old soul, in a young body, maybe it's time to impart your wisdom to others to help them along the way. And also you may even find that, if you're an elder, that you are actually doing a lot more talks or sharing more of your community. It's a beautiful card, and it represents a lot of about feeling good about who you are, what you've obtained over the many, many years, and I think when the moose represents itself in a reading, I see that it's a very high esteem card. It's definitely a card to remind us to be maybe proud of what we've achieved. And so in the collective, I'd look at that and say, wow, this is a really great time to gain wisdom from many, to share wisdom, to be the ancient one that has the wisdom and knowledge to impart to the younger generation. It's also a time to remember that we are all connected. And I guess the moose totem is reminding us that, we're never too smart to learn more. Do you know what I mean? So let's have a look at it. And, I just love the card itself, and the creators obviously were magnificent in creating the deck. But, you look at the the moose's horns, and, they're strong and they're reliable, and they have a lot of, I could look at their and just look and say, wow, I see wisdom. So when I look at the card, I actually see wisdom. And what it is reminding us is to, to tap into our own inner wisdom, but also to impart some of that wisdom to others. And again, that sense of community comes out. It's like we have that sense of feeling the community, sharing with the community, being a part of the community. And when you see the moose come in, it's just a gentle reminder that you're doing a good job, to keep doing what you're doing, and to keep moving on your path, and letting your path do what it needs to do in order to, blossom and grow. So when we have the animal medicine cards, when I work with them, especially doing the YouTube, I really enjoy just the sheer connection in that moment, because it also reminds me that the month holds a time of being able to really give more, and instead of just containing. Sometimes we can be the wise old owl without, if we don't share that wisdom or we don't impart that wisdom, others can't grow and learn and get to where they need to be. So, hold your head up high is also a reminder. So, look at your accomplishments, look at what you've accomplished and how you've accomplished it. And remember a part of that journey. Part of that journey may not have been an easy journey. Part of that journey may have been quite hard to get to that point. But, sometimes just that little pat on your own shoulders or pat on your own back is a really gentle reminder that you've done a great job. And, often, even though we don't always get the recognition, from elsewhere, say another person or our bosses or what have you, we do often tend to get the recognition from, you know, our own higher divine self. So I do hope that whatever you're doing over this, you know, coming month, that you put some mindfulness in, and also just to acknowledge, some acknowledgement of your own, of what you've achieved and what you intend to achieve, and do you need to seek wisdom from another to get to that next level? Do you need to seek wisdom from, you know, studying, you know, more? So it really comes down to knowing that, you know, it's a time. I also feel the month of July, you know, connecting with the moose energy and connecting with the consciousness. I also feel that it may be a time where there will be a lot of information, a lot of wisdom out there. So maybe if you are a seeker of certain types of wisdom, whether it be a spiritual path, whether it be, you know, the career path you're on, whether it be how to obtain certain things, maybe this is the perfect month for you to explore it more and to really, you know, give it everything you've got. But also in learning, when you have done the learning and you've got to that success level, maybe taking that time to also acknowledge how far you've come. Because when we forget how we got there, we kind of like, it takes away the joy. Because when we're studying or we're about to get up, you know, graduate and get our diploma in something, we can often, you know, we work so hard to get there. So we get to the end result, but we sometimes forget that, forget the journey along the way. And it's in the journey along the way that we find our strengths and our weaknesses and our confidence and our lack of confidences, you know. So basically, you know, it's a time to really take in everything. It's a time to share your wisdom. It's a time to be feeling blessed, but it's also a time of just acknowledgement for yourself. So I hope that my monthly message has assisted you today, and I'm sure wherever you are in the world, and wherever your future lies, that you will get a lot from, you know, remembering the journey and also just acknowledging how far you've come and how long it took you to get there and what the journey was like. So I look forward to sharing with you next month's totem animal message. But for now, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. And if not, if you don't want to subscribe, just come back and we'll see you next month. And I look forward to it. Have a lovely day. And as always, a namaste.